Hey guys, Josh from soccerreviewsforyou.com, bringing you my review plus on-feet video of the Nike MagistaX Pro Street Indoors in the Safari Pack colorway. Now inside the box, all you get are the shoes themselves. They do not come with any extras. So let me get these guys out of the box really quickly, and we'll take a closer look at the MagistaX Pro in the Street Safari Pack colorway. So this is technically the second or last takedown model in the MagistaX lineup. At the top end, you have the Proximo. Below that, you have the Finale. And below that, you have these guys right here, the MagistaX Pro, which has a retail price of $65 US, so relatively inexpensive. In today's video, we're going to be taking a closer look at the tech specs, talking about performance features that you should know if you were considering picking a pair of these up. We're going to take a look at the weight of the shoe, talk about how they fit and feel on feet, and essentially cover everything you need to know. So if you're interested in learning more, please stick around and watch the entire video. If you're interested in a pair of these for yourself, be sure to check out the review page on my website. That'll be the very first link down below in the description of this video. On that page, you'll find Buy It Now links with exclusive SR4U coupon codes where you'll be able to pick these guys up below their normal $65 retail price. So again, if you're interested in a pair, first link down below, go ahead and check it out. And with that being said, let's get right into the review. To start things off, let's talk tech specs. Now, given that this shoe retails for only $65, the general quality is consistent with what you're going to find in that price range, if slightly above average, I would say. Now, the upper is a combination of mesh and textured synthetic material. There's no leather like you'll find on the Finale, and there's certainly no Flyknit like you'll find on the Proximo model. It's a low-cut shoe as well, not mid-cut like the Proximo either. The front half of the shoe, where you can see it's gray with the safari print, is that textured synthetic material. It's pretty much the exact same synthetic upper you're going to find on the Magista Onda firm ground shoe, which is the $65 price point shoe in the Magista line. This is the MagistaX line, so it basically has the exact same upper. Is it premium? No, but it's decent quality for this particular price range. Synthetics under $100 generally aren't the greatest, and this kind of stays true to that statement, but it's decently thin, it's decently soft, it's flexible, the touch is okay, it's comfortable against your foot, and again, for the price range, it's nicer than you might expect, or nicer than other shoes out there for the most part. I still think that if you're going to spend $65, $70 on a pair of indoor shoes, the Adidas Samba Classic is the way to go. That has a really good bang for your buck as far as indoor shoes go. But these things, like I said, for $65, if you like how they look and you like how they feel, there's absolutely nothing wrong with them. The texturing on the surface of the upper is there mostly for looks, not something that's really going to impact performance. You do have the extra layer of sandpaper texturing going through the forefoot and toe box area just to reinforce the high wear zone on the upper. And then of course the back part of the shoe is made from mesh that you're not really going to notice when you're wearing them anyways. Lacing system is pushed slightly to the medial side, like you're going to see consistently across the entire Magista and MagistaX lines. The bottom half of the tongue is mesh, top half synthetic leather. Pretty thin, just like the rest of the upper as well. It does have an internal plastic heel counter. The liner on the inside is a padded mesh, nice and soft. No issues with heel slippage based on my experience. The insole, non-removable. It's a single layer of foam with a mesh layer on top. Fully glued in, but again, kind of typical of this particular price range. Nothing too fancy, but it does get the job done, so no major complaints there. As far as the midsole is concerned, it's not Lunarlon foam like you're going to find on the two higher end models in the MagistaX line. They don't specify the foam. I would assume Phylon, because that seems to be the more generic foam from Nike when they don't specify something different. So it's not quite as thick. It's very similar to what you're going to find from the higher end models, but still is going to provide decent underfoot cushioning. It's not as low profile as the Mercurial X line, for example. So as long as you like to have some amount of cushioning under your feet, this is still going to get the job done. What's nice about this line as well, and just the Nike X line in general, is that they give you this nice large rubber lip running through the forefoot and toe box area with the nylon stitching as well, which is really going to strengthen the bond between the sole and the upper, meaning that sole separation at the front part of the shoe, which is the most common area, is very unlikely to happen even in kind of concrete and asphalt, more harsh environments for an indoor soccer shoe. As far as the outsole is concerned, this is the one aspect that is pretty much identical, not only across the entire MagistaX line, but the Nike Soccer X line in general. Has that same hexagon pattern, the exact same rubber as well. This, of course, is the indoor variation, so it's really well suited for indoor courts, as well as concrete, asphalt, any kind of street soccer type environment. The traction's good, the durability is really good, and like I said, it gets the job done. If you do require a turf outsole, that is available on this particular shoe as well. So again, it really just depends on what you need, but as an indoor shoe or street soccer shoe at a low budget, this is definitely going to provide pretty much everything that you need with the kind of cool MagistaX look, I suppose. So that's pretty much it as far as tech specs go. It's a decent shoe at its price point, but I definitely think that the Samba Classic in particular is a better option in this particular price range. But again, really depends on what you want. As far as weight is concerned, these things actually feel really, really light. So I'm gonna weigh this pair for you today in real time using this scale. Keep in mind this is a brand new pair in a size 9.5 US. We're going to throw them on the scale, and you can see that they weigh in at 8.1 ounces, the equivalent of 229 grams, which is pretty light for a pair of indoors. They're lighter than the Finale or Proximo MagistaX models, just because there's less to them. But again, as far as indoor shoes, if you're looking for something that's definitely on the lighter side, but still is going to provide some decent underfoot cushioning, these will certainly get the job done for you. As far as the overall appearance is concerned, I think the MagistaX Pro is a pretty good looking shoe. They look like Magistas, which I think is pretty self-explanatory. Has the same size Nike swooshes in the correct positions. Obviously, this is the Safari Pack colorway, so it's a little bit different than other MagistaX Pros in that you do have this safari print across the front of the shoe, which I think makes this particular colorway look a little bit more premium because it kind of hides the texturing of the actual upper, which in my opinion can look a little bit cheap on this particular shoe. So the front part is wolf gray, which I think looks really good, with the black safari print, which is a cool little detail. The back half is solid black mesh with black in the laces, black on the tongue. You have a white Nike swoosh on both the lateral and medial side. In fact, this one is white and this one is more of like an off-white, almost like a gray. I'm not sure why that is. It's not reflective or anything like that, but there is a variance in the actual color of the swooshes for some reason. And then of course it does have that fierce purple accent color in the outline for the swooshes, the Nike swoosh on the tongue, which you can kind of see through the laces. And that's pretty much it. You have white MagistaX branding going down the back, a solid white midsole, and the gum rubber outsole, which I personally think looks really good. I know not everyone's a fan of that, but I think it just works well with the color scheme here. Personally, in this particular colorway, I prefer how these look over the Safari Pack MagistaX Proximo, but that's just me. Let me know your opinions on these down below in the comment section. Do you like how they look? Why or why not? And with that being said, let's move on to the on-feet portion of the video so we can get a better idea as to how these shoes fit and of course what the sizing is like. All right, so here is a look at the MagistaX Pros on feet. On my left foot, I have the stock black laces that come with the shoes. On my right foot, I have a pair of black with white dots SR4U replacement laces. If you're interested in a pair of replacement laces for yourself, the website to go to is www.sr4ulaces.com. You find a direct link to that website down below in the description of this video. Now, in terms of how these things fit and feel on feet, they're pretty comfortable. Again, they're $65 shoes, so do they feel ultra premium? Absolutely not. You're gonna get a more, I guess, higher quality experience from the higher end models in this line, but at $65, these certainly don't feel uncomfortable by any means. The upper is thin, it's relatively soft against your foot, it's flexible enough, and as far as break-in is concerned, these are pretty much good to go from right out of the box. The shape is pretty much the same as the rest of the Magista line, so it has a decent fit should you get the proper sizing. And again, there's not really anything to complain about in regards to how these things fit and feel on your feet. They definitely do get a pass in that regard. As far as width is concerned, they have some decent width to them. Again, it's the same shape as the rest of the MagistaX models, so they're gonna be suitable for most people. Are they excessively wide? Absolutely not. Are they gonna stretch all that much? The answer to that question is no, given that it's mostly mesh and synthetic. So the way these things fit from right out of the box, for the most part, is the way they're gonna fit for their entire lifespan. And as far as sizing is concerned, again, just like the rest of the MagistaX line, they run a half size small. So instead of wearing my usual size 9 US, I bumped it up to a 9.5, and the fit and the length is absolutely perfect. So if you are looking to order a pair of these for yourself, I would strongly recommend going a half size up in order to achieve the best possible fit. All right, guys, that is it for my review of the Nike MagistaX Pro indoor shoes. If you guys are interested in more info on this particular shoe, be sure to check out the review page on my website. That'll be the very first link down below in the description of this video. On that page, you'll find high quality images of this exact pair that'll give you a better idea as to how they actually do look in person, as well as buy it now links with exclusive SR4U coupon codes where you'll be able to pick these guys up below their normal $65 retail price. So again, if you're interested in a pair, first link down below, go ahead and check it out. If you have any questions at all regarding the MagistaX Pro indoors, leave those questions down below in the comments and I definitely will get an answer out to you. If you enjoyed today's video, found it helpful and informative, be sure to support it with a like. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest and greatest soccer gear. You can find all my social media information linked in the description as well. And other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. And as always, thanks for watching.